Good evening from Xtreme Scream Park here at Twinlakes in Melton Mowbray, where we're here for a scary evening, aren't we? Ooh. We're looking forward to it. We've got various different scare mazes to experience tonight, and a huge thank you to the team here at Twinlakes for having us down for Xtreme Scream Park again this year. We do really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to some spooks. Ooh. What have we got to look forward to then, Charlotte?
We've got Hoodoo Voodoo.
So 5 different attractions. Hoodoo Voodoo is one of them.
We've got Stilton Hall Hotel and Hell Spa.
We love that. It's so long as well. That's the thing with the attractions here. They've got a good length to them.
We've got the Village.
Oh, another one of my favourites. Looking forward to getting back in there.
Now, one I can't pronounce very well. So we've got Penitentiary.
The Penitentiary.
There we go.
That's it. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It was Ash Hell Penitentiary.
Yes, now
however,
it's
just the Penitentiary now. So
Pie Factory.
Okay.
And we've got the Circus, which is new this year.
So 5 actual scare mazes to experience and a circus. So they used to have a clown themed maze. It was located kind of where we are now, actually, down near the entrance area to Xtreme Scream Park. They've got rid of the clown maze this year, but they've brought in an actual circus.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Looking forward to that. You know, apparently, you know, there's got like a family one on in the daytime.
And then they have like
and a thrill one on an evening. So that should be quite nice to go and see. And I'm looking forward to it. Normally loads of roaming actors around as well. Some very strange and spooky street theatre. And of course we'll capture all of the atmosphere here tonight from the event. We won't be able to film inside the actual scare mazes, but we'll share our thoughts and we'll give you a little rundown out of 10, shall we? A little how much we enjoyed them out of 10. But here we go, let the spooky fun begin. I'm loving the big fire pits already. They look amazing and really add to the atmosphere. The worst thing is you go home and you smell a fire.
I know. Oh, we got some street theatre come out.
Oh, here we go. We'll get some footage. But along to the vlog from Xtreme Scream Park 2019. The clowns are going a little bit crazy. Yeah. Oh, got a shopping trolley down here. What are you going to do? Shopping? Oh, hello. Yeah.
It's a nice camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll sell quite nicely.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hello.
Tickle.
Hello. Oh, that's it. I'm not very ticklish, so you're all right.
Just a tip.
Yeah. Right, it's time for our first scare attraction of the night, and it's going to be Hoodoo Voodoo. The attraction had some updates for last year, so I'm looking forward to getting back inside and seeing all of those, and also seeing if there's been any more changes for 2019. We'll see when we come out of Hoodoo Voodoo. So we just come out of our first scare maze of the night, Hoodoo Voodoo. So it starts off where you are given a hood and you have to half place it over your head, not fully. You make your way inside, you're greeted by an animatronic. It was actually quite a good jump scare to sort of set the tone. You're then greeted by an actor who pulls your hood down and off you go. It's follow the rope for what feels like an eternity.
Ages.
Well, maybe 10 minutes, I guess.
Yes.
Obviously, depending on the speed that you walk, but really good hooded maze section.
I love that maze, but I've always said I do feel like the hooded section is a bit too long, just because I get a bit panicky having the hood on, so I have to lift it up a little bit.
I think that's why it works though. I think because by the end of it you are ready to get that hood off.
Yeah, but it's so good.
But yeah, in terms of going through the hooded section, they like change what you're sort of rubbing your hand against as well. Like there's fur on the side, you know, and it's just got a very different feel to it.
Mattresses.
Yeah, it feels like sort of fake grass as well, and you're rubbing your hand against it. Bear in mind you're blindfolded, you can't see it. It's like,
so
it's really weird.
Love that.
And yeah, the mattresses, so you go onto them, and it's like you bounce down, don't you?
I fell onto it. Yeah, it was so good. I really like that maze. It's just so long.
Well, that's only the first part of it, because then you have the hood actually ripped off you.
Where
At
I
this
got
point,
a horrible photo.
they do take photos of you throughout the mazes, and it's not like in the same location. They do it in different places as well. But the hood's ripped off by this point. You're thinking, oh, I'm glad that the hood's coming off now.
Yeah.
So it makes it even scarier when someone does it for you. And then you make your way through a bit of a hoodoo-inspired set pieces. You go outside, you go through like a little graveyard, which was full of smoke. You could hardly see anything.
Yeah.
Another couple of animatronics. You go over like a rickety bridge. There's like real water running down the side as well. And then the finale, you're sort of in this room around like this well, what looks like in the middle, and
it's
it all
like
lights up. Yeah, that's like your finale. But I really enjoyed that.
I really like that.
Yeah, it's not packed full of actors. However, it doesn't need it. No, it was really good. I enjoyed it, and it's not too reliant on animatronics as well. We mentioned last year that they put a few animatronics in to the attractions. We believe they put some more in for this year, so I'm interested to see those. But I was very impressed with Hoodoo Voodoo.
Yeah, really liked that.
Very, very good start to the night. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10 straight in there with an 8.
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
8 from Charlotte. Are you copying me again?
No.
But onwards and upwards, it's absolutely chucking it down outside. So we'll try our best to get as much
And
footage as
Sean
we
was
can.
laughing at me because I come in wellies.
Oh no, yeah, look at this. Da-da-da-da. Charlotte's got wellies on. But we have got the circus, so maybe go and do Stilton Hall, because that's indoors. And then, yeah, go and do the circus maybe at 8 o'clock. But here we go, let's carry on with the night. Let's head over to a bit of a health spa, shall we?
Yeah.
Bit of a manicure. Right then, it's time for attraction number 2 here at Xtreme Scream Park, and it's Stilton Hall Hotel and Health Spa. It's located in this huge show building over here. These people just coming out, you can hear the finale there with the horn that goes off. But yeah, it's a really good long attraction, this one. I mean, they're all relatively long here, that's the good thing. You're not in there for like 5 minutes. For example, with Hoodoo Voodoo, probably in there maybe 11, 12 minutes, I guess. This is even longer. Let's go. So we've just been for our treatment over in the Stilton Hall Hotel and Health Spa, and I absolutely loved that. It felt longer than ever.
It was like it was never going to end.
We was in there about 20 minutes. Obviously, again, it all depends on the pace, what you go through, but I believe there's like 50 rooms inside that attraction.
Crazy.
It's based on 2 different levels, and there's some points where you're going through like mattresses and like the big like blowout tunnels, you know, where you sort of walk through. You know, you're so claustrophobic in that.
Yeah.
That's what really makes it for me. I mean, what are some of your favourite scenes in there, would you say?
The whole thing is just so good. It's just, there's something different everywhere. It's just brilliant. It's one of my favourites.
Oh, you're right there.
I don't have a belch there.
Yeah, honestly, I love it. Some of my favourite scenes in there, really early on, where you go into like the beauty parlour.
Yeah.
And you got like a hand dryer on the wall. That's the thing with that. There's a lot of items
Little
what are
details.
like, they're actually real things, what are just probably old, obviously, with the park itself being here. It's a family park in the daytime and runs throughout the year. I imagine they get a lot of the stuff, if it's broken, save it for Halloween, put it in one of the attractions. That's crazy. I mean, I wish we could film inside the attractions to show you the scale of that. It is absolutely nuts. So like I say, we had some really good jump scares in there. There's a lot of drop down windows, and we got Charlotte, didn't we?
Oh my god, I've had loads of photos taken of me.
Well, you've had 3 now.
They're going to look so bad.
Basically what they do, they take photos and then they put them on their social media, and then you can spot them like the day after. But no, I really enjoyed it. Some brilliant scares. Probably the best runs I've ever had of that, I'd say. Really long, very enjoyable. It's been a great start so far. Also at the end of that, where the horn goes off, they give you one of these before you come out. And so when I read it, I thought it was a bit of a joke in a funny way, but actually it's really cool, because what it is, they give you this card and they're like, oh, give us a good review. And on the back there's a phone number. I won't show you it because you'll all spam it. But yeah, there's a phone number on the back, and you can leave a funny voicemail, and you can actually, the funniest one will win a ticket for 4 people to come in 2020 to the event.
Good.
So that's really nice, isn't it? But overall, brilliant attraction, 9 out of 10 from me.
I'm also going to give it a 9.
Oh, you copying me?
I'm sorry.
On a funny note though, look what's going on behind us. We've got this clown which is driving a bus. So yeah, he looks quite funny up there. This is like the main hub of the area now. So you've got them 2 attractions that are down that way. This is the main hub where you've got the show, various different food outlets, and yeah, some more roaming actors. So let's have a little walk around. But Stilton, absolutely incredible. What an attraction, I love it. Loving the themed bar that they've got just over there. It's an old London bus. Loving that, that's great. It's a variety of drinks on offer over there. And this is the main hub area, and this is where you've got the Circus, which is new for 2019. Loads of different bars and food options available, and the live band's just started over there as well. That's the great thing with these events, there's some really good sort of ambience, isn't there, throughout. Nice atmosphere, and this is great down here. In my opinion, like this is the best part of the event around here. Like Stilton and Hoodoo Voodoo, they're a bit out the way, aren't they? Whereas this is like it's the heart of it, the hub. And it looks awesome around here, probably bigger than ever before because of the circus being down the bottom. This used to just be like a grass area over there where the fire pit is, and there's the circus tent, and we're heading in there shortly to go and watch the 8 o'clock show. First showing of the night, it's on 3 times during the night.
It's growing.
Oh wow, he wasn't working last year, was he? Let's go and have a look. Wow, so we've got this huge animatronic pumpkin. Yeah, like last year it was brand new, and they were having some issues with him because we came really early in the event, but he's working this year. Look at that. That is incredible. Yeah, he was literally just sat on the floor a minute ago, and he lifts up. That's really cool. Is he meant to be talking maybe? I'm not too sure. I mean, his mouth's moving, but there's no audio. But nonetheless, it's very impressive. Fantastic, loving that. Oh, there we go. That is crazy. It's huge. I bet that cost an absolute fortune. It's got to be like one of the biggest animatronics ever. That is awesome. Really good photo opportunity. Yeah, more photo opportunities over there as well with the coffins. And here we go. Right, we're going to head over towards the circus now. Really looking forward to this. Bit of live music going on. You got some more food outlets off to the side. Coffee and donuts, like the sound of the donuts. There we go. How cool is he?
Very good.
Brilliant, isn't it that? Absolutely massive. I'm glad he's working this year. Should we go and watch the circus? Here we go, over to the big top. It's circus time. just seen some highlights there from the Circus here at Xtreme Scream Park. It's clear that that's done by an external company, and like we said, they do like a daytime show for families, and then you got, oh, bit of fire then, and then you got the evening show there that we just saw as part of this event. And it was a real mix for me, that one. I think Charlotte would agree with me on that. Some of the acts in there were fantastic, like some really good high quality acts. Look at this fire going on, I'm gonna have to spin you around. There you go, oh, a bit of fuego, we're gonna have some more. Well, I'll turn the camera around for it now. No. Oh, there we go, hey, love it. That's good when people are coming out. Yeah, it was a real mix. Like the overall production quality of that was very poor. In terms of the audio, like it was really quiet.
And the spotlight was pointing at a beam instead of the act.
So you got the follow spot, and I've actually operated those before in theatres, and the follow spot was being blocked by one of the actual pillars holding up the circus tent. In terms of the quality of some of the acts in there, they were good. Like really enjoy them on the big ring spinning round. God, it's freezing now. And of course the girl as well that was on the rope who spun down.
Really good.
Fantastic. She was probably one of the best ones of those that I've actually seen. But no, in terms of the overall production, it wasn't amazing. However, it's nice to see that they're trying with the show. Like I say, it's clearly run by an external company, and the venue itself, it's really nice and warm in there. They've got a good setup, plenty of seating. It's just something that could be worked on, isn't it, moving forward, I think.
Cold.
It's freezing because we've been in a nice heated big
And
top.
then you come out and it's freezing.
Don't you worry, we're going to get you straight in another maze next. What do you fancy next?
I think we should do Ash Hell.
Ash Hell, whilst we're right next to it. We've got some guy up there with a gun as well, so we'll head over there and have another have a run through of that one. We've done it for a few years, look forward to seeing it again. But yeah, not a bad circus. If you are coming, definitely see it. It's included in your ticket price, but yeah, it could do with some work. About a 25-minute show though, that one, but definitely recommend seeing it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, they tried with something a bit different, and yeah, let's hopefully they'll do some more improvements in the future. Chainsaw Man was quite fun as well. Well, that was the most intense scare maze I've been in of 2019 so far. Ash Hell Penitentiary, and it is still the full name, it's just not on the cards. How was that? Wow.
Oh my god, I have never felt so on edge in all my life. That is brilliant, it's so good.
It's so long.
Yeah, it never ends.
How about 15 minutes?
Oh my god, I felt like we was never going to come out.
Yeah, I'd say it's a similar length to Stilton Hell, to be honest.
It's so good.
Oh, absolutely incredible. What really makes that, of course, you're going through a prison.
Yeah.
Loads of different scenes there. You're going through the cells, you're meeting the inmates, and you get so close to them as well. There's drop-down windows, there's barrels coming towards you, there's spark effects going off, there's all sorts of special effects in there.
Much going on.
Some great animatronics. One of the best scares is from an animatronic, and that's rare. And you're literally crawling down, and there's one above you. Loads of crawl sections. You go through like a ventilation shaft where there's like a fan spinning round.
Much going on.
Again, I wish we could take you inside these so you could see them. That was brilliant. Most intense scare maze I've done this year. Charlotte, I love watching your reactions. She's so funny in these scare mazes. Put her in front, I do. So yeah, we have a good laugh, don't we? But that was really good. I mean, in terms of, let's look back way to the start of that Halloween that was at like Halloween Horror Nights. The mazes there, of course, you get massive set pieces, but you don't need them like for great scares.
Like, the scares are so good in there.
Yeah, like tonight I'm really impressed so far. The three mazes we've done, really good scares, and it's sort of built up throughout the night really. And I'm looking forward to the Pie Factory and of course the village as well. But yeah, that was absolutely awesome. I think we've been recognised. Theme Park Worldwide, how you doing? But no, that was absolutely awesome. Really impressed.
Really
For me, couldn't fault that at all. I think 9.5 stars for me. 10 stars, there you go, full mark. Absolutely incredible. In terms of favourite scenes in there, there's loads going on, but
so much to
it's the lighting, I think, what does it.
It's just so trippy.
Yeah, so you've got 1 minute, you go around a corner, you're coming up to a bend and you think, oh, I've got to turn, and then the light just cuts out. And it doesn't just go off for a second, it can be off for maybe 2 or 3 seconds, when it flashes back on, you're disorientated.
Yeah, it disorientates because you don't know where you are.
Loads of tight spaces, and that's what makes the mazes here compared to other places. Tight spaces to go through, like little tunnels literally this tall off the floor, and you're crawling through them. Along with that, the length of them as well. They're all really long, and yeah, really enjoyed it. 10 from Charlotte, 9.5 from me. Really enjoying it, and I think as an event this year, a lot better than last year. I enjoyed it last year, but this year's been like even better. I'm really, really enjoying it. Kind of feels like last year there was a bit of a drop in terms of some of the quality maybe in acting, whereas this year it's been absolutely fantastic. He's watching the videos, I love it. Right, on to our next attraction, it's Pie Factory. We've been joined by a friend in the middle.
Pumpkin Man.
We just come out of the Pie Factory, back on form for this year.
Oh, it was
really
good.
good. That seems to be the theme of this year's event. We've always enjoyed it, and we still did last year, but felt like some of the acting and some of the places last year wasn't the best. Whereas this year, back on form, Pie Factory, brilliant. Builds up the atmosphere throughout, doesn't it, with that one? Not a lot really happens towards the start of it, which I really like, because you're walking through all these rooms and tight corridors and
nothing happens.
Nothing really happens.
Build the suspense.
You really feel like, oh, something's going to happen around the next corner, or something's going to come from behind that chair or behind that bed, and it doesn't. Like, it builds you up, and we were sent in just on our own. I mean, we did get another group caught us up later on, but for the first couple of minutes we were walking through on our own. In terms of the attractions, it is the shortest one here, but it does get more intense throughout. You go through like all body bags, like through the kitchens, the freezer where they store all the bodies to make into pies. And the thing is with that as well, it's very fitting because of course Melton Mowbray, where the park is very famous for its pies, and that fits in really well because of that.
Pork pie.
You got any favourite parts of that you really enjoy?
It's just the suspense that builds up, and I got stopped in one of the rooms and I got told that I stunk.
There's a massive animatronic pig what comes out towards you.
God,
and when we say massive, we're talking the same sort of size as him, not as tall, but big. I know, lift up, lift up. And along with that as well, my favourite actual scene in there is literally where you're going through and there's all like socks and stuff hanging up,
so
like
strange,
loads of
so
clothes.
good.
Brilliant, so many random things in these mazes. Like I say, that's a shorter one. I'd say maybe 7 or 8 minutes, but I still really, really enjoyed it. That was a lot better on form. Really enjoying it here tonight, fantastic. We've just met Lad Baby as well, haven't we? And so we'll put a picture in for you now. There we go, there's the photo that was on the screen of us meeting Lad Baby, who are also here tonight with wearing the VIP lanyards. I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Really good.
What I did find quite funny though, on the list what they've got, we was at the top of the list and then Lad Baby were just underneath us, which I did find quite funny, but it was good to see them, really friendly guys, and have a chat with them. It's really nice. But anyway, are we off to go and do our final attraction?
Let's go to the village.
Yes, let's go and do it. Look forward to this one.
Yeah, not my friend. Yeah, let's get
Right then, so we just come out of the village, but before we talk about that, I just realised when we was in there, I had a moment and I thought we didn't actually give our rating in terms of our number of what we thought for our run through the Pie Factory. So for me, I'm going to give it a 8 for my run through. I said it first.
I was going to say 8.
There you go, 8 for you as well.
8, yes.
But there we go, so we came out of the village. What an absolutely stunning attraction. It was great to go through there again. Better than last year, would you say?
Yes, much better than last year. It's just the whole section that's
it's still not quite as good as year one for me.
Yeah.
Like when we first did it, what, 3 years ago now, it was absolutely incredible. And then last year it took a bit of a downturn. However, I really like how they've sort of changed some of the placement of the animatronics. I think that was the thing for me last year. Some of the animatronics took away from it, whereas this year I think they added to the experience.
It was really good.
Lots of actors, lots of theming, much like Pie Factory. That's sort of built through lots of different buildings outside and indoors, whereas Pie Factory is a lot of shipping containers. With this, they've actually got like big porta cabins, haven't they?
Yeah, really good.
And you're walking through this village and you go through like a car garage with all the random car parts. You go through a school, which is a very intense scene.
Yeah, really
you know, it's really creepy, and the guys here actually bought that in, and that isn't theming, it's all real stuff. Like, it was actually already in the cabin when they brought it over. You go through like a toilet scene, loads of great jump scares in places, and some more like atmospheric scares as well.
Yeah.
But any big standout moments for you in there?
I like the ending when you go through like the chapel bit and the man's there like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean the chapel is a great scene. Unfortunately, you do get stopped before going in, depending on how far into the attraction you are. So obviously if you time it perfectly, you go straight in. With us, as soon as we got there, the door closed. So we had to stop for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. However, it didn't ruin the flow as much as last year.
No.
Last year they sent way too many people through. We stood there for about 10 minutes, whereas this time actually we was there a couple of minutes and then we were in. But that finale scene is fantastic. Kind of understand how they don't want to overcrowd it in there too much.
Yeah.
But I think maybe it just still ruins the flow. If you are at the the first people that get to that door, which unfortunately we were, it did kind of ruin the flow a little bit. However, I thought it was much better than last year, really improved, But you know what stole the show for me tonight? Ash Hall Penitentiary.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was the one for me tonight. However, I don't think we've had a poor run through of any of them.
They've been really good.
All 5 really strong. So was that your favourite as well, was
Ash
it?
Hall was my favourite.
Ash Hall, really intense. The lighting, the acting, the audio. I mean, everything about it is a complete package. Do I recommend this event? Especially, I really do. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Even better this year. I feel like the animatronic placement has been changed and it works this year. Last year, I was kind of like, oh, there's a lot of animatronics now. Hope they're not moving away from it. Whereas actually, the animatronics really complement the scares, I think, now.
Definitely.
But there we go. Circus was good fun as well. I think, you know, work to be done with that. Definitely. However, it was good still.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
really
it.
Good, yeah.
It was good to sort of see it and go and try something a bit different to break up the night.
It breaks up the night as well, yeah.
In terms of the actual setup of the event, really like the hub area. I'd like to see them put something new in for next year to freshen it up again, I think. Of course, they've had quite a few of the attractions for a number of years now. They're absolutely huge. They're absolutely brilliant.
So long.
I think next year it'd be nice to see them up and put another new attraction in. So especially because they've not had a new one for this year. Overall, fantastic night.
Yeah, I've had a really good night.
Really enjoyed it. Loads of scares. It's not been too busy either, but it still had a good bit of atmosphere.
Yeah.
When we first came in, it was really quiet. I thought, oh, there's not going to be much atmosphere. When you come to these scare events, you do want people about because it adds to it.
Adds to the atmosphere.
Some good street theatre around as well. Maybe not quite as much that we've seen, but of course we've gone straight in the mazes and done them. We haven't been waiting in the queues because of course they gave us fast track, so we didn't really get to see much of the street theatre. But it's been around and it's been good.
Yeah.
There we go. Thanks for having us, of course. Xtreme Scream Park. We'll be back again next year. And from me and Charlotte, that means it's time to cue those credits. See you later.